Hello my dear friends. So welcome to our channel. So in this we are starting with oscillations. So before proceeding to the oscillation, what is oscillation? We should have to know what is periodic motion. So what is periodic motion? I'm starting with an example. So everybody knows that the earth revolves around the sun. That the earth revolves around the sun. If my earth is here, that means it will revolve around the sun. So if the position of the earth is here, then it will come to this same position after 365 days. That means it takes for one revolution it takes 365 days. For one rotation this earth takes 365 days. If the earth position is here, that means to come to the same position, that means if it is going to complete the rotation, it will take 365 days. So for one complete revolution around the sun, the earth is taking 365 days. You can see here, for the one complete rotation, for the one complete revolution of the sun, the earth is taking 365 days. So after 365 days, is the earth stopping its motion? No. The earth is not stopping its motion. The earth is continuing its motion. The earth is continuing to do the same thing. The earth is repeating its motion once again back. So, if the motion is repeating again and again, but after the regular intervals of time, you just have to understand this, after a regular intervals of time. Two conditions for periodic motion. One is the repeating. The motion should have to repeat. The motion should have to repeat itself. But the repetition of the motion should have to happen at regular intervals of time. The time should not have to change. The time should not have to vary. If the time is not varying and the motion is repeating itself, then that motion is only known as periodic motion. You can see here this earth is taking to come to the same position after 365 days after one rotation. You can see here, it is taking for one rotation nearly 365 days. For my second rotation too, it will take 365 days. It is again repeating its motion every year. That means it is repeating its motion every after 365 days. That means my days are not varying, my time is not varying, and my motion is repeating itself. Then that motion is only known as periodic motion. Then what is oscillation? Why we studied periodic motion? So oscillatory motion is nothing but it is a type of periodic motion. It is a type of periodic motion. Everybody would have known this one. It's a mass and spring system. You can see here, it's a block and spring system. A block of mass M is here. What I'm doing is that I'm just compressing this spring and just applying some force on this block of mass M. So what will happen? I'm displacing this mass by distance x. I am displacing this mass by distance x. You can see here. Now my position for the block is here. So after the removal of this force, what will happen? This mass, this block will go to its original position. How it will go to its original position? Because whenever I am applying the force in this direction, inside the spring, a force will get generated, and that force is nothing but spring force, which is known as restoring force in the spring. If you would have studied elasticity chapter, you would have known, whenever I am applying the force at particular object, if the object is regaining its original size and shape, then inside the object, whenever I am applying the force, a force is getting generated, and that force is only known as a restoring force. So here in the spring, whenever I am applying the force, inside a force is getting generated, which is restoring force, which is responsible for the spring to get back to its original size, original shape, original position. So whenever I am just removing my force applied on this body, what is happening? The spring inside the restoring force is coming its action, and it is letting this block to go back to its original position. But after reaching here, after reaching to its original position, it will not stop. For example, if you are at the rest state, and if you started running, after started running at a certain second, at a certain time, what I'm saying you is that just stop your motion right now. Is that possible? No, it's not possible. You can't stop yourself. It's not possible. If you are trying to stop yourself, even if you are trying to stop yourself at the time itself, you will cover some distance after that. After that only you will be able to stop yourself. So it is only known as inertia of motion. So due to the inertia, even though you are stopping yourself, due to the inertia, you are moving forward. Same is applying here. Even though mass is coming back to its original position, due to the inertia of motion, it will cover a certain distance x in the same direction. After coming here, it is coming to the rest state. But what will happen? The spring will get elongated. Now my spring is here. So you can see here, my spring got elongated. So here, my spring got elongated. So as it is got elongated, so what will happen? Inside the spring, restoring force will act in this direction, because my spring has to come back to its original position. It has elasticity property. So it wants to come back to its original position. So what will happen? The spring will pull this block in this direction. Right? So as it is pulling this block mass m in this direction, now the motion will be like this. It will come here. It is coming back to its original position. So after, even though coming back to its original position, due to the inertia of motion, it will go and it will stop here. That means now the spring is compressed. You can see. Now after this, the same diagram will come. So I am not drawing here. So after this, the spring will get compressed. So as it is still compressed, what will happen? Inside, the restoring force will be present, which will pull away this block, which will push this block in this direction, due to which the mass will go back to its original position, and once again, due to the inertia of motion, it will go back here. So it will oscillate like this. It is known as to and fro motion. Initially the block is here, but I just applied the force in this direction and displaced by distance x. Due to the restoring force, it will come back to its original position. Due to the inertia of motion, it will cover some distance, and after that, as it is got elongated, my restoring force will act in this direction. Then my block will come back to its original position due to that restoring force, but due to the inertia of motion, once again my block will move from here to here, and then once again, after the restoring force will act, it will go back to its original position. So you can see here, my motion is like this, right? So my motion is like this. It is going to and fro motion. If any system is showing you to and fro motion, then that will be known as oscillatory motion. So to and fro motion is nothing but oscillatory motion. So you can see here, it is an oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion is nothing but to and fro motion. So to and fro motion, you can see in horizontal. If it is happening in the vertical, then it will be known as back and forth motion. So it is only known as oscillatory motions. So it is an example for the oscillatory motions, mass and block system. Right? So one more thing is there. Simple harmonic motion. We will learn this one. I'm just rubbing this side. So you would have understood this one. What is simple harmonic motion? So you can see here, oscillatory motion, to and fro motion. One more example you can say for the oscillatory motion is that simple pendulum. What will happen? Here, it's a pendulum, right? It's a mass, it's a bob of mass m. If I'm displacing the bob of mass m by a distance x, what will happen? You can see this motion. You can see this motion. It will go back. It will to and fro motion, to and fro motion. You can see this motion, and as it is a to and fro motion, it is an oscillatory motion. Is that? If it is a to and fro motion, is that it is a oscillatory motion? No. We should have to understand one thing. Whatever may be the motion is, it's a type of periodic motion. Then it should have to repeat itself after regular intervals of time. If it is happening so, then only we can say it is an oscillatory motion. So for one complete oscillation means, you can see here, to and fro. So here this is, it's going here, coming back, going here, coming back. This is only known as one complete oscillation. So for one complete oscillation, the time period is t, and for the second complete oscillation too, the time period is t only. My time period is constant here. So after regular intervals of time, my bob is coming back to its original position. After regular intervals of time, my bob is coming back to its original position. So as it is happening after regular intervals of time, this motion is a periodic motion. But as it is showing to and fro motion, this motion I can call it as oscillatory motion 2. So I can call this motion as periodic motion 2, as it is happening regular intervals of time, as the motion is repeating itself after regular intervals of time. And I can call this motion as oscillatory motion 2 because it is showing to and fro motion. Then what is simple harmonic motion? Simple harmonic motion is nothing but it should have to show the to and fro motion in a linear direction. That means, for example, you can see here what is shown here is that the mass of a block of mass m which is attached to the spring, whenever I am compressing the spring, it will, after removal of the force, it will come back to its original position, and then it will, due to the inertia of motion, it will go here, and then it is elongated. You can see here, as it is elongated, restoring force will act in this direction. That means it will go back to its original position. Due to the inertia of motion, it will move somewhat more, and then as it is compressed, once again the restoring force will come into action to go back to its original position, to make sure that the block can go back to its original position, and the block is going back to its original position, but due to inertia of motion it will go once again. So what I am saying is that this motion is also repeating itself after a regular intervals of time, but you can see here the to and fro motion is in linear direction. If the to and fro motion is in linear, then only we can say that it is a simple harmonic motion. Is that the simple pendulum is a simple harmonic motion? No, simple pendulum is not a simple harmonic motion. Why I am saying, you can see here, it's not like this. This motion is like this. You can see here this motion is like this. So as the motion is like this, it is not a linear one. This motion is not the linear one. If it is showing the linear direction, if the motion is happening in the linear direction, then we can say it is a simple harmonic motion. So how we can convert the simple pendulum as a simple harmonic motion? What I am doing is that if I am just changing the theta, I am just taking a very small displacement. You can see here I taken a very small displacement. As I am making a very small displacement, my theta will be very, very less. As my theta is very, very less, you can see here it appears to be straight. I am just magnifying this one, and it will be shown in the books. What they will do is that they will magnify this one and they will show you in the books. If I am magnifying this one, you can see here, if I am magnifying this one like this, so you can see here, now the motion will be in the linear direction. So if my theta is very, very less, then my displacement will be in very, very straight. If my displacement is very, very straight, that means I can see the simple harmonic motion, because the motion will happen in linear direction, in linear one, right? So then I can call this simple pendulum is showing simple harmonic motion. So simple harmonic motion is also a type of oscillatory motion. In this we should have to consider only the linear motions. Linear oscillatory motions are only known as simple harmonic motions. Other than linear oscillatory motions, everyone is an oscillatory motion. Other than to and fro motions, every motions are periodic motions. So you should have to understand every oscillatory motions are not simple harmonic motions. Every oscillatory motions are not simple harmonic motions, but every simple harmonic motion is an oscillatory motion. You can write here, every oscillatory motion is not simple harmonic motion. You can see here both are oscillatory motion, but it is not an oscillatory motion unless my theta will be very less. Both are oscillatory motion, but it is not a simple harmonic motion because it is showing to and fro motion, but my motion is not linear. If it is showing the linear motion, then only I can say simple harmonic motion. So every oscillatory motion is not simple harmonic motion, but every simple harmonic motion is oscillatory motion. You can see here it's an oscillatory motion. Even though my theta is very less, it is an oscillatory motion. But as my motion is linear, so I can say it as linear oscillatory motion, and the linear oscillatory motion will be also known as simple harmonic motion. And so, but every simple harmonic motion is an oscillatory motion, but not every oscillatory motion is a simple harmonic motion. I can say one more thing, that every oscillatory motion, once again, every oscillatory motion, I am writing here, every oscillatory motion is periodic motion, but every periodic motion is not oscillatory motion. You can see here, every OM means oscillatory motion, PM means periodic motion, SHM means simple harmonic motion. What I am saying, you can listen here, every oscillatory motion is a periodic motion, but not every periodic motion is oscillatory motion. You can see the earth is revolving around the sun and it is repeating its motion after every 365 days. Is it an oscillatory motion? No, it's a periodic motion. You can see the mass, that means you can see the spring lock system. So once I am just compressing the spring by force F, it is showing simple harmonic motion, which is a oscillatory motion, right? Which is an oscillatory motion. So it is repeating its motion after regular intervals of time. So I can call this oscillatory motion as periodic motion too, right? So every periodic motion is not an oscillatory motion because the earth is not showing to and fro motion or back and forth motion. It is revolving around the sun. It is a rotation. It is not a to and fro motion or back and forth motion, right? So if the periodic motion is showing to and fro motion, then at that time I can call that motion as oscillatory motion. If the to and fro motion is a linear motion, then I can call that oscillatory motion as simple harmonic motion, and it is a major difference as what we study in this motion. So in the next lecture we will also derive the condition for the simple harmonic motion, right? So in the next lecture we will see how we are going to derive the expression for the simple harmonic motion. So keep studying, move ahead and focus only on your goals. If you like this video, then like it, subscribe it and share it with your friends. If you have any doubt, any queries, you can mention it in the comment section. Definitely your questions or your doubts will be cleared soon as possible we can. So take care of other things too. Bye.